you all for letting me come tonight. Thank you. Well, I never tire hearing that. But you know, one of the things I must get used to is speaking into a camera. For decades, I've spoken to live audiences all over the United States and taught hundreds of small groups. I like seeing faces, hearing laughter, and applause. But then I remember you're there too. And even though I cannot see your face, I can hear your laughter and even your thoughts in the YouTube chat room and on Twitter. And better yet, you have the potential of being my largest audience ever. We are excited. WAY2B is expanding to a public broadcast each Thursday evening. WAY2B is located in Lakeland, Florida. On Sunday afternoons, I teach a group of people who have listened to me for many years now. Each person in our group has a mind of their own. I am convinced an ancient speaker named Jesus, along with many others throughout history, knew and taught a way to be content in life. And that's all they taught. The supernatural was added after these teachers died. More specifically, Jesus taught people how to be happy without religion. One ancient writer, included in the Bible, has Jesus using a unique figure of speech, kingdom of heaven. And while the writer uses this figure of speech 32 times, no other biblical writer uses the phrase at all. And that same writer has him telling many stories of this kingdom. Each story begins by asking a question. What is the kingdom of heaven like? Or to what may the kingdom of heaven be compared? To the surprise of most Christians today, the writer's depiction of Jesus never has him placing this kingdom beyond the bonds of our natural lives. He simply tells stories of ordinary people involved in ordinary things. These stories relate how one's attitudes towards circumstances affects one's contentment. My group and I get along not because we share supernatural beliefs, we don't, but because we share a common interest in this way to be happy in life. I'm not trying to convert them from anything or to anything, and they're not trying to convert each other either. This seems to be the key to our free-thinking group. It's not the supernatural that changes one's life, and that's where we hope you'll enter the conversation. We know that many of you may be deeply religious, and others of you are not religious at all. But if I had to guess, regardless of beliefs or disbeliefs, most of you want to be content. Either way, however you may argue, question, or comment, you are welcome on the WAY2B TV channel. For months now, we've been broadcasting privately to our snowbirds in other states, while meeting with our in-studio discussion group. Our new weekly broadcast will be right here, in our living room, on the WAY2B YouTube channel every Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We will broadcast public for the first time Thursday, May 14th. What is WAY2B? In short, WAY2B is a way of being that leads to contentment. As we get to know each other, we hope you will help us build this channel. Your interaction with us will drive what we do. Your host for the show will be Joni and I. We live in the southern United States and have homes in Tennessee and Florida. In the U.S., the vast majority of the population, according to major polling, identify in some manner with the Christian religion. You may be religious or part of the growing minority who have given up on religion altogether. As with our in-studio group, we are not here to convert you from anything to anything. You have a right to believe or disbelieve, or remain impartial about whatever you like. The issue we hope to address is contentment, how to be happy in life, without railing against anything or anyone. You may sometimes think we're right. A thumbs up on one of our videos is good. We need your encouragement. You may sometimes think we're wrong. A thumbs down may just mean the right viewers are listening. We need your point of view. Either way, we're grateful for the input. How cool would it be to get equal numbers of likes and dislikes? Wouldn't that mean a real conversation is going on? Joni and I married nearly a half-century ago in 1970. We have 3 grown children and 7 grandchildren. We both graduated from Southern Baptist Theological Seminary. Neither of us is any longer religious, even though over the past 20 years we serve 5 churches in Indiana, Tennessee, Massachusetts, and Florida. By the time I retired in 2012, we had lost the ministry bliss that sent us to the seminary in the first place. One of the best ways I found to shift the paradigms of those who identify with Christianity and those who rail against it is to reveal what scholars see. That is, the ancient speaker known as Jesus had something very different to say than either group seems to embrace today. He was not the first or the last to teach a way of being, and this way of being is equally valid, despite one's belief or disbelief in supernatural things. As I began to set up the studio over the past year, I involved myself in much YouTube training, through the YouTube Help channel and through the YouTube Creator Academy. I want to do my work such that you want to share whatever we do together. I want us to be in dialogue, have a conversation, and interact. YouTube tells me I must be consistent within the channel and within the videos. One of my great challenges is to have a targeted audience of people who normally disagree with each other and vehemently. I need to avoid overreaching with content creation so that my energy is sustained over the long haul. I need to do the work necessary such that WAY2B TV may be found easily on the web and within YouTube. Every video needs to continue the conversation, and yet at the same time inform and welcome a new person to the channel. Eventually, I may need others on YouTube with which to collaborate and have on as guests. One of those guests might well be you. Finally, I feel I already have the attribute YouTube creators recommend most highly. I am passionate about what I am doing. As videos are produced, 3 major playlists will begin to fill out. The major playlists are, For Heaven's Sake, Did Jesus Speak of an Afterlife, Kingdom of Heaven? Woe to You, Religion, What did Jesus say about the practice of religion? And the WAY2B, Recovering from Too Much Religion. So what was Jesus' contiguous line of thought? Did it have anything to do with the supernatural? There are 2 other playlists on the WAY2B TV channel. Featured videos are simply special videos we create in support of the WAY2B theme. For instance, one day I went to the feed store. I bought a straw hat and a plaid shirt, a pair of coveralls, and a bale of hay. I sat down in front of a green screen. Then I placed that farmer in a farmer's market. What would a southern farmer tell his friends after giving up on religion altogether? Finally, the Make You Think playlist contains videos made by other YouTube creators. These videos represent many points of view. They are great teaching aids. So remember, Joni and I, weekly, every Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The first one will be on Thursday evening, May 14th. So until then, share this video and seek solutions that seek the way. It's time for me to walk the dog.